You said you were working up in Indianapolis?
Yeah, I was in Indianapolis working, and Dad he was taking time off, and so, it was just me and the crew that I normally worked with. They had about all left and whatnot. And the guys that I was working with up there they wasn't horrible guys, but they wasn't very, very good fellas. And they had ended up renting an apartment up there. And I think there was about 4 of us that was staying at the apartment. Everybody's just trying to save some money and whatnot. And I was trying my best to try to live right and do right. And I was having a pretty tough time with trying to do that. Them guys, they would go out at least once or twice a week at dinner time. There was a strip joint right out from where we worked. And it wasn't some crummy looking place neither. I'm talking about this was a full-scale gentleman's club. They had a steak bar there and all that other stuff. And anyhow, but I knowed it wasn't right. Plus, I had a terrible time with pornography anyhow. So I just, I couldn't be a part of that. I was trying to study my Bible and live for the Lord. They would make fun of me on a regular basis, especially in the evenings. They'd spend 10-20 minutes making fun of me, and what do you say? They want to make fun of you because you want to know more about God, then they're just going to make fun of you. But and I really wasn't enjoying being in their company. It's bad enough I had to work with them, but I also was having to live with them. But I'm going to slide over here and let this truck go by. But the one thing that and I was really struggling understanding the scripture. And even though I didn't really understand a whole lot of what I was reading, I kept reading every night. And I kept praying for God to give me understanding. And He did eventually. But during that time, He gave me one of the most precious experiences that I've ever had. And I never can see a rainbow and not think about this. I left out, I was flying home for the weekend, and because they would fly me home every 3 weeks, the company did. And I was flying home and got on the plane, and I was sitting at the window seat, and I had my Bible with me. The lady got in next to me, and then her husband got in next to her, pretty good sized plane, and I had my tray table down and had my Bible laying there on the little tray table, just looking out the window, and the woman started talking to me. And there it is again.
Yeah.
And she asked me about the Bible. And we talked about the Bible for a little bit. And just had some, really nice conversation one with the other. And come to find out, her husband, he was a minister there. He was a preacher there in Indianapolis. And we took off and they had told us that we may have a very rough flight because of all the storms in the area. And we headed up to about 36,000 feet, 37,000 feet. We was above the clouds. And I looked out the window, and I don't know if you've ever seen a rainbow from the air.
No.
But if you've ever seen one in the air, it don't make just an arch, it's a complete circle. And there, not only was there one, but there were two of them that were making complete circles. And the sun was a-shining, and the shadow of the plane was on the cloud right in the middle of the two rainbows.
Wow.
And I found, I don't know, just so much the joy and satisfaction, contentment, peace, and you know, I mean, I don't hold it against them boys and making fun of me and mocking me. I really, I hope that all of them has found the Lord and found peace with God. But now they all left out one weekend, and I was awful tempted to go to that strip joint. It was easy when they was there mocking me and making fun of me not to go. You would think that it would be harder, but when they wasn't there, that's when the temptation to go to that thing come. There wasn't nobody watching me then, you know? So if you ever wonder why God called me to preach, it's not because I'm a good preacher. It's not because I'm a good fella. It's because I'm the kind of fella, and God knows it, that I need a bullseye drawn on my back. I need people watching and scrutinizing my life, every little thing, because I do better. It's easier for me to live for God with everybody, their eyes on me, watching and, knowing that if I take one wrong step, the accusations will fly. So that's why the Lord called me to preach. He knew that I need them eyeballs on me. I know you might look sometimes and think, man, that's kind of unfair that I get judged so harshly by other folks, but it's okay. Look what he does for me. I mean, look at this. How many guys, Matt, is 42 years old, that's got almost a 20-year marriage, house paid for, riding a brand hammer new motorcycle in this, and made multiple trips to Africa. I mean, how it works is just beyond me. It's just him. It's just God. I don't know if that meant anything to you or not, but I just
considering I've got a grin back here from ear to ear, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. You know, it's kind of odd. 5-6 days ago we were chasing the sun. Today we're chasing rainbows.
Yeah. You might edit that up and might make a heck of a Skittles commercial.
Oh, I don't think M&M Mars could pay enough for this one, because it's priceless. And honestly, I don't think I have to do a whole lot of editing on that one. simple fade in and a simple fade out.